Welcome to Module 2, Fundamentals of Lesson Planning. So in Module 2, we're going to be talking everything and anything lesson planning in the context of private music lessons. So by the end of this module, you'll understand the importance of structured lesson planning, learn how to set clear, achievable goals for students, and develop skills to create flexible yet structured lesson plans. Lesson 1, the importance of lesson planning. Welcome to the world of lesson planning. Today, we will discuss the following topics: the benefits of structured lessons for both teacher and student, how planning improves student motivation and progress, and balancing structure and flexibility in your teaching approach. The benefits of structured lessons for both teacher and students. Consistency and clarity. Structured lesson plans provide a clear roadmap for everyone involved. Everyone is on the same page. This consistency helps ensure that key concepts and skills are covered systematically. For the teacher, it means that a well-organized plan that minimizes the risk of missing important topics. For the student, it offers a clear understanding of what to expect in each lesson, which can enhance their focus and engagement. Efficiency and effectiveness. Remember how we talked about using your time efficiently in lessons as a teacher? This is where lesson plans come in handy. Having a structured lesson plan allows the teacher to use time more efficiently. It helps in allocating appropriate time to different aspects of the lesson, such as your warm-ups, main content, and practice techniques. For students, a well-structured lesson can lead to more effective learning as they follow a logical sequence that builds upon previous knowledge. Goal setting and achievement. With structured lesson plans, you can track your students' goals more easily. Why wouldn't you want a lesson plan? Structured lessons help in setting specific, measurable goals for each session. This allows both teacher and student to track progress and achieve milestones systematically. Clear objectives ensure that lessons are goal-oriented and that both parties can see tangible results and improvements over time. Reduce stress and preparation time. Being prepared means less stress for you, and your students are relaxed because you have a predictable and consistent lesson structure. Worth it! For teachers, having a structured lesson plan reduces the stress of last minute planning and improvisation. It allows them to be well prepared, which contributes to a more confident and relaxed teaching environment. For students, it creates a predictable and secure learning environment where they know what to expect and can focus on learning rather than adapting to unexpected changes. How planning improves student motivation and progress. Focused learning objectives. It's clear when students know what they'll be working on, it's easier for them to stay focused and stay motivated during your lesson. A well-planned lesson includes specific learning objectives that guide the students' progress. When students understand what they're working towards, they're more likely to stay motivated and engaged. Clear objectives also help in providing targeted feedback, which can enhance their learning and improvement. So everybody should know what's going on through focused learning objectives. Incremental skill development. You'll be able to plan your students' progress step by step in a logical way. Structured lesson plans often incorporate incremental steps that build on previous skills. This approach ensures that students develop a solid foundation and gradually progress to more advanced concepts. Seeing consistent progress and achieving set goals boosts your students' confidence and motivation. Personalized learning. Tailor each lesson to each specific student and keep record of that student's particular learning needs. Making things easier is always best. Effective lesson planning allows teachers to tailor lessons to individual student needs and learning styles. By incorporating specific goals and adapting materials to match the student's skill level, teachers can provide a more personalized learning experience. Personalized lessons make learning more relevant and engaging for the student, which can significantly increase their motivation. Along these same lines, you'll also be able to go back and reference a student's particular learning needs, which will be very helpful when your studio grows bigger because it'll get to the point where there's so much to remember, you're going to have to document these things. Positive reinforcement and feedback. Integrating regular feedback ensures that your students are on the right track, and planning for it helps you to remember to do it. Planning provides opportunities to integrate regular assessment, and by setting up checkpoints and providing constructive feedback, teachers can recognize students' achievements and guide them through areas of improvement. Positive reinforcement encourages students and motivates them to continue working hard. Balancing flexibility and structure in your teaching approach. Adaptability to student needs. Students are human just like us, and lessons will never go fully to plan. You should always be flexible and always remain student centered in your approach. So focus on the needs of your student, not your needs. While structure is important, flexibility allows teachers to adapt lessons based on the student's progress and changing needs. It's essential to be prepared to modify the lesson plan if a student needs more time on a particular concept or if an unexpected challenge arises. Flexibility helps accommodate diverse learning styles and ensures that teaching remains responsive to individual student needs. Incorporating student interests. Don't forget about your students' interests and preferences. Keeping them in mind with your lesson planning helps to keep them engaged and happy and coming back each week. When students are engaged with the material that resonates with them, their motivation and enthusiasm will increase. And you, as their private lesson teacher, you should always be open to integrating students' musical preferences and goals into the structured framework of your lesson plan. For example, I had a student, he was a high school cello student, and we were working towards solo and ensemble. And I had a few pieces in mind for him for solo and ensemble, but I decided to ask him what his preference of style of music to play is. And he told me he loved playing like the slower, soupy kind of cello music. And that was great because I chose one of those pieces that was in my short list. And he ended up getting a one at solo and ensemble, and it was a great plan, and he was very happy in his lessons. Maintaining focus while adapting. When making on the fly adjustments, make sure you stay focused on the core objectives. Don't get too off task. Oh gosh. It's important to maintain the core objectives of the lesson plan even when you're making adjustments. It's really easy to get off task. I'll just say that. Flexibility should not undermine the lesson's goals. Teachers should ensure that any modifications still align with the overall objectives and learning outcomes, ensuring that students receive the full benefit of the structured lesson. Effective time management. Try your best to maintain the same level of time management during your lessons, even if you have to adapt. Consistency is key. Balancing flexibility with structure also involves managing time effectively. While it's important to be adaptable, teachers should ensure that changes do not disrupt the flow of the lesson or lead to inefficient use of time, if possible. Having a flexible plan that can be adjusted without losing too much focus helps maintain an effective and engaging learning environment. You'll get used to that over time. I just want to pop in starting in module 2. Is all of this lesson planning stuff stressing you out? As a performer, you don't often have to think about things like lesson plans, of course. It seems like you should just be able to teach without planning, right? You know how to play your instrument, so teaching should be natural, you would think. I mean, well, you can, but it won't be good teaching. You're not going to be happy about it, and you risk losing students or having low studio numbers, which means less money for you in your pocket. I promise that if you take the time now and make lesson plans, you'll become a more effective, more successful, and happier teacher, and you're going to make more money and love teaching. So just take the time, make the lesson plans, kind of structure your lessons, and you'll see a lot of improvement in your private lesson studio. Good job. We're all done with lesson 1, so let's head to lesson 2 to continue in this module. See you there.